get set. Where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
I am going to be vague on purpose because this is a really good lesson, but I don't want to violate anybody's privacy in case someone might feel like I'm violating their privacy. I was recently doing a group activity, and someone in the group had a hard time relaxing. To do the group activity, you had to really, really relax, and the person had a hard time relaxing, and I thought it was just my obsession with martial arts to make me ask this question. But I mentioned I was a martial arts instructor, and I asked her if she ever took it. As a matter of fact, she took Taekwondo. And what happened is when she took Taekwondo, they threw her in there before she was really ready for sparring, sounds like to me. And I guess they were trying to do a trial by fire type thing. And she didn't like it. She hated it. So basically now, sometimes when she has physical things, when she needs to relax, she tenses up. She traces all of her attention and frustration with that and the social situations with basically a bad Taekwondo experience. An experience that, ironically, I spoke to a couple of nights ago when I told they're still beginners, but they're not raw beginners. I told my more seasoned beginners, I'm not going to let you beat up on a raw beginner so they can have a bad experience on their first night in class. It's their first night in the formal class. No, you don't get to spar them like they're on your level. And if you think that's the way it's supposed to be, then I'm not the martial arts instructor for you. Hold on, let me get the tea kettle, please. I apologize for that. So, we martial arts instructors, we really have to be careful with how we do things. See, that's one reason why, even though I declared my own system, I hesitated to say, I'm going to claim 10th degree. I just put myself at where I thought my technical rank was. One, it gives me something to strive for, and two, I am aware of a lot of stuff, and it's like, I think I may know more than I'm consciously aware of, but I just don't have enough experience yet at just teaching to know a lot of this stuff confidently. Like for my day job, I know how to write a SQL statement. But for my martial arts job, I suspect that if we traumatize people in class, it can end up spilling over and traumatizing them for the rest of their lives. And especially the let's throw someone in there and let them get beat up on, and it's sink or swim type thing. That can end up messing with the person for life. And I was right. I had a feeling, knew it intuitively, but didn't have the confirmation. But now I've got the confirmation. And this goes back with my original idea and point for ultimately coming up with Cecil Ryu Martial Arts. I don't even want to use the term martial arts anymore. I think ever since I saw the peaceful arts from Grandmaster Art Mason, that's really started to get me thinking. But not just that. As someone who was in the military as a reservist, who had to do military world and civilian world, we're training civilians. We're not training soldiers. Soldiers, if we gotta basically, being in boot camp is an audition of can you go off to combat or not. So if we have to audition you for if you can go off to combat or not, you would not see kind, merciful Mr. Miyagi like Cecil. You would see Sam Kreese like Cecil. But you're going to war. I'm not training people to go to war. I'm training people to be peaceful and protect themselves in a peaceful society. That's really what we're doing as martial arts instructors, unless we're training Navy people or Army people or something like that. So if you're training civilians, you want to help them improve their lives. You want to help them build the confidence to defend themselves. And no, you can't do that with absolutely all people, but there have got to be some practices that you can implement to guarantee, to help so that you're not making somebody traumatized in your class. And the one way I'm going to try not to make sure people are traumatized is my class is I'm not going to have raw beginners getting beat up on by more experienced students just so I can say, ha ha, look at me, look how tough my club is. Now, I understand if you want to produce fighters, that's fine. I'm not necessarily interested in producing fighters. I want to produce people who can fight because they can protect themselves. I think there's a difference. And to me, ultimately, if you want to really truly be a fighter, I don't really necessarily consider myself a fighter, because to me, a fighter, you make a living in fighting. That's your job. You go, you take the medical tests, you cut weight, you gain weight, you follow a nutrition plan, you discipline, you have a coach, and you get sanctioned, and you compete, you get the licenses and all that type of stuff. To me, that's a fighter. And that is what you should strive for if you want to produce fighters. Or you're training people to go off the war, they have to learn how to kill people, fine. Anything else other than law enforcement personnel, those are peacekeepers. But the rest of us, people like me who test software for a living, we're civilians. We teach other civilians. We should want to build them up, help them not keep tension and worry and stress in their body, but to release it. So, next time you want to throw kids in there with trial by fire, you really are doing stuff that's going to affect their subconscious, possibly for life. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And peace.